Ever wondered how you can snatch your hand away from a hot stove before you even realize it? Burning. It feels like magic, but it's actually one of your body's most incredible superpowers. The reflex arc. It's a lightning-fast neural circuit that protects you from harm without even bothering your brain. Today, we're going on an animated journey deep inside the nervous system to uncover exactly how this amazing process works. So, get ready to see your body in a whole new light. Imagine this, a hand slowly reaching out towards a glowing red-hot object. It gets closer, closer, and then, contact. The instant the skin touches the heat, a silent alarm goes off. Deep within the skin, specialized nerve cells called sensory neurons spring into action. Think of them as tiny, highly sensitive detectors. Their job is to sense changes in the environment, like extreme heat, pressure, or pain. The moment they detect danger, they fire off an electrical signal. We can visualize this signal as a brilliant pulse of light, an urgent message that says danger. This pulse doesn't just stay in the hand. It begins an incredible journey, racing up the arm through a long nerve fiber, traveling faster than you can blink. Its destination, the central command center of your reflexes, the spinal cord. This glowing signal travels at incredible speeds, sometimes over 200 miles per hour. Along the sensory neurons pathway, which is called an axon, epi, bypasses all the non-essential stops and heads straight for the spinal cord, which is safely housed within your bony spine. Think of the spinal cord as a super-fast processing hub for incoming sensory information. When our urgent message arrives, it enters the gray matter of the spinal cord, a region packed with nerve cells. Our sensory neuron doesn't just stop. It needs to pass the message on. It reaches a junction, a tiny gap called a synapse. At this synapse, it communicates with the next player in our story, a special type of neuron called an interneuron. The arrival of the electrical signal triggers the release of chemical messengers that cross the gap and activate the B, effectively passing the baton in this high-speed relay race. Now, the interneuron takes center stage. This neuron is the crucial middleman, the decision-maker of the reflex arc. It lives entirely within the central nervous system, acting as a bridge. Its job is simple but vital. Receive the danger signal from the sensory neuron and immediately redirect it to the right place. It's like a switchboard operator instantly connecting an emergency call. The interneuron processes the incoming information in a fraction of a second and determines that action is needed right now. There is no time to send the message all the way up to the brain for a conscious decision. That would take too long, and the hand would get seriously burned. So, the interneuron immediately forms another synapse, this time with a motor neuron. It fires its own signal, passing the urgent command to the final neuron in our circuit. The motor neuron is the action neuron. Once it receives the signal from the interneuron, its job is to carry the instruction out of the spinal cord and deliver it to the muscles that can do something about the problem. A new pulse of glowing light now erupts from the spinal cord, but this one is traveling in the opposite direction. It speeds down a different neural pathway, heading back down the arm towards the very muscles that control the hand's movement. This signal is a direct order. Contract, pull away now. It's an unstoppable command, an executive order for immediate retreat. This entire process, from the sensory neuron to the interneuron to the motor neuron, happens so fast it's almost instantaneous. This is the essence of a reflex, an automatic, involuntary response that keeps us safe. The glowing signal from the motor neuron arrives at its destination in the arm. It reaches what's called the neuromuscular junction. This is where the nerve cell meets the muscle fibers. The signal triggers the release of another set of chemical messengers, which instruct the biceps and other muscles in the arm to contract powerfully and suddenly. This contraction physically yanks the hand away from the hot object, all before your brain has even had a chance to register the sensation of pain. It's only after the hand is safely out of harm's way that the pain message continues its journey up to the brain. That's why you often pull your hand back and only then think, ouch, that was hot. Your body has already saved you. So, let's quickly recap this incredible biological mechanism. It all starts with a sensory neuron in your skin, detecting a threat, like heat. It sends an electrical signal to an interneuron in your spinal cord. The interneuron acts as a rapid switch, immediately relaying the signal to a motor neuron. Finally, The motor neuron carries the command to your muscles, causing them to contract and pull you away from danger. This entire pathway sensory neuron, interneuron, motor neuron is the reflex arc. It's a simple, elegant, and life-saving circuit hardwired into our nervous system. It's a perfect example of how our bodies are designed to protect us automatically. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through the nervous system. If you found this as fascinating as I do, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders of the human body. Let me know in the comments what other biological processes you'd like to see animated. Until next time, stay curious.